How's it going, everybody? My name is Sai, and today we're going to be taking a look at Fever 333's Bite Back. Now, Fever 333 is a very politically charged rap rock group, kind of metal mixed in there, little metalcore tendencies. Their lead singer used to be the singer of Let Live, so he's known for really energetic, wild performances, and in these cases, of the case of this band, dealing with some really highly charged issues, social issues, political issues, etc. So that being said, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. Nowadays, it's become culture to say, I don't want X person who does X job to talk about X things, otherwise I will stop following them. So if you're that kind of person, let me just save you the heartache right now. If you don't like political/social opinions from somebody who does this for a hobby, go away now. You don't have to watch. It is not a big deal. If you want to turn up to the song and then turn it off right away, knock yourself out. My opinions are going to probably come out during this, and if you're the kind of person who cannot handle hearing them, you're probably just going to be very displeased with this video. Leave your thumbs down. Geet. Everybody else, let's dive into some music and probably end up talking about an issue or two. Who knows?
Hustle like 4-5 police, cause on the 405. Fly by and cool, 3 times to hold the line. They see the weapon in you, no sudden moves if you do. Our very bodies decide, wait till we use our mind. Woke up this morning, 2 people mourning. Another brother they murdered just as a warning. That if we speak up, the hell they treat us. They'll do it over and over until we bite back. That's how we bite back. So let's bite them back. That's how we bite back. Do it over and over until we bite back. Fuck forgiveness, God's a witness and she has seen it all. That's so Jesus, those our features don't look like me at all. I want more pictures away and books that teach history. I wanna be there when the final racist statue falls. Woke up this morning, 2 people mourning. Another sister we miss intentions is soaring. This how we speak up, make sure they see us. They just gon' pay us, won't pay us until we bite back. That's how we bite back. So let's bite them back. That's how we bite back. Do it over and over until we bite back. That gospel for which you have and continue to benefit from is the curse by which we continue to be destroyed. So please, please stop preaching that painful privilege
Yeah.
gospel and let us live free. Free of the anxiety we experience knowing our bodies will be targeted and destroyed as if to serve as a symbol of the power they have convinced us we do not possess. Our beautiful bodies like trophies placed upon the mantle of a collapsing structure. We are the fucking trophies, and we are the fucking victors. So let's fucking bite back. That's how we bite back.
Ugh.
So let's bite them back. That's how we bite back. Do it over and over until we bite back. That's how we bite back. Let's fucking bite back. That's how we bite back. Do it over and over until we bite back. Bite back.
That was Fever 333's Bite Back. And that was precisely what I thought it was going to be about, with a couple little add-ons. So let's talk about it. For the crowd that is stubbornly sticking around and doesn't like talking about these lyrics and opinions, I'll do you a favor. I'll talk about the music first. Let's get the music part out of the way first. And the video too, sure. Really great song. Very solid, heavy banger. Not a whole lot of very complexity, I should say. However, there's a lot of variation within the formula that they have. They have a couple components here. They have a very punkish drum beat. They have that really heavy, almost electronically mixed guitar drop. They have some choir elements, some radio static, and just various things to add to a cacophony, a chaos, sort of. And then they use it in a different sense of progression. We start off with the punk beat kind of leading into a breakdown. We repeat that with a little bit more heaviness, a little bit more distortion and other elements mixed in. And then by the time that we're on the third breakdown, we're mixing the punkish beat in with it to add urgency, to bring it to a boiling, destructive head. That I like. I love a good sense of progression, and I like that even in a kind of short, punkish burst, they were able to accomplish that sound. So by the music alone here, that's gonna be fucking a solid A, solid 9A for me. They're not reinventing the wheel, but you do not need to reinvent the wheel. This song is a vehicle. Now, let's get on to what it's the vehicle for. Again, final warning. If you hate opinions, if you hate politics, if you're tired of turning on the news and seeing what's going on today, it's time to go. If you're going to have intelligent discussion about it, knock yourselves out. But let's just start off by saying, regardless of the color of your fucking skin, two things should be true. One, you shouldn't be getting murdered in cold blood. Two, if you are being murdered in cold blood, or even if an accidental murder or an incidental murder occurs, then the person should see full justice regardless of the color of your skin, or whether or not you robbed a liquor store nearby, or something else that isn't necessarily punishable by death. That I would think would go without saying, but there's a lot of people out there that think that petty crimes and resisting arrest equals death penalty, which is that's not how America works. The subject matter is tackled in an extremely curt and honest way from the perspective of somebody who suffers that sort of thing. Because despite, you might look at the lead singer and go, well, he's not black. Yes, he is. He lives this situation. This whole band's from Inglewood. It's made up of many mixed people who've grown up around this. If anybody has a right to talk about it, anybody has expertise with the situation, it'd be these guys. So that's the direction they come from, and you can feel it. You can feel the genuine anguish and frustration. Now, the biting back would talk about protests and maybe even riots. I don't really dig riots. I strongly believe that 90% of the people who engage in the riots are not actually doing it for the race reasons. But unfortunately, they are a fact of life. They are what's happening. And honestly, due to me not going through these situations, me not really being a direct part of it, I don't really have the right to fucking tell people not to do what they're doing. If they're not harming me and my own, fucking do what you feel you need to do. It's not my business. I don't care for blown up cities, but at the same time, I've never been in that situation. How could I say that I wouldn't? I don't know. I don't know. That's it. That's the crux of it, is I don't know, and I can openly fucking admit that I don't know. What I do know is that this shit's wrong, and it shouldn't be happening as often as it does. There's a lot of really stark imagery in this. The guy on his knees with saran wrap binding his hands as he rips out of it and pulls free his jacket to reveal his vest. I believe it was a lion, the animal that is pictured repeatedly depicting, the caged animal that's finally been let loose. And what do animals that are caged do when they've finally been let loose? They probably bite. They probably don't take kindly to the fact that they've lived in captivity. That's kind of what animals do. So there's a lot of that really stark imagery that gets across the point really well. They hit the nail on the head. They aren't too preachy with it, honestly. I think I was a bit more preachy than the band was, to be honest. But doing this all on the fly, I don't have a prepared speech, so there's going to be a couple of jumbled points and maybe missed marks. Sorry, it is what it is. I'm not a public speech major. But ultimately, I think what they're going for succeeds largely here. It's a pretty direct, simple message. You would think more people would understand direct, simple messages, but hey, it's probably going to piss a few people off because, like I said, there's people who hate dissent. There's people who are more mad about the destruction than they are about the issues behind the destruction, etc., etc. It is what it is. This song is not for everybody. However, for my tastes and my scope of the world, it does everything it needs to do. Solid A, 9 out of 10. Like I said, they didn't reinvent the wheel. They're not doing anything super crazy here. It's just a solid, really heavy banger with some very poignant lyrics behind it. That's what 333 does. And yeah, that's about it for me, guys. If you like this, I will throw their links down below. If you like me, you can come join my Discord. You can come join my Twitch streams. Follow me on Twitter for updates. Follow me on Instagram for just kind of, music recommendations and whatnot. And all those links will be down below as well. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching and putting up with my my ramble. And take care. Peace.